Does that sound kind of strange to be able to do that?
Sounds like hard work.
Well, okay, it's college. I hate to ask this question, is school, are you expected to work hard?
Yes. Well, I plan on going to, not academically, physically, but not academically.
Okay, so dual credit is earning credit for high school and college at the same time. You actually will have that opportunity. So, if I said, can any of you take dual credit? Can any of you take dual credit?
Yes. You have to score things.
Okay, so you have to be eligible. And the way you're eligible is, first of all, your high school counselor, you have to have a B average. So you have to have at least a B average overall to be able to take college classes. So you say, hey, okay, and I won't ask, but if you've all met that condition, you have step one. You've met the first requirement, is to have a B average. The second part of that is you have to be college ready. So how would anybody know if you're ready for college level work?
When you have when you're previous classes, or you have straight A's.
Okay, and that's a good thought. But I know that I don't even know how many schools, high schools there are in Texas. Quite a few, because I think there used to be 35 universities just in Texas alone. So what colleges use, they use your, and I know y'all are about to change from tax to EOC. Right now, juniors in high school still took a tax test, so we can look at their tax scores. We can look at students' SAT scores, or ACT scores, or PSAT scores. And there's something that some high schools give, and it's called a plan, which is a pre-ACT. Do y'all take the Explore test now? Okay, so that's the 8th grade version of that. So you can take this ACT or the plan or the Explore, and it'll show you if you're on track to being college ready. I mean, your scores will actually say that. So, in order to be college ready, you have to meet certain standards, and I think the back of that paper that I just gave you, it looks really confusing, but you can see that, hey, if you took an SAT, that you need at least a 500 on the math part and a 500 on the reading, with those two scores combined have to total 1070, so something's going to be a little higher than that. And according to that, you're ready for college level work. I'm going to tell you something that's just going to be alarming to you. In our state, we all live in Texas, all these students that graduate from high school, they've taken all the classes that they need to graduate, they've passed EOCs, they're graduated. They have a high school diploma. They think, yay, I'm ready for college. In our state, about 50% of the students that have high school diplomas and they're trying to apply to college are not ready for college level work. So what does that mean? Because let's say I'm one of those students. I want to go to college, and I've taken an ACT or an SAT or my exit level tax test, and I've got those scores, but none of them meet whatever that standard is. Yeah, that shows that I'm college ready. So, can I go to college if I'm not ready for college?
Why would
They probably won't accept you.
Well, hey, I got a high school diploma. I passed my test. I passed all my classes. I want to go to college. I just want you all to think about that. I have a high school diploma. I graduated from some high school in Texas, and I want to go to college. But if I'll say I've tried every one. I took these tests while I was in high school. I took an SAT. I took an ACT. I even took the THEA, which is a test. The THEA and the COMPASS are tests that colleges give to see if students are ready for college level work. But what if none of those tests show that I'm ready for college?
The college that you won't accept you, then you'll have to go to a lower standard college.
Okay. And even if I take the THEA, what that means, have you ever heard of, I hate to use this word, but remedial or developmental classes? And in college, the version of that is playing catch-up. That means for whatever reason, you may have gotten a high school diploma, you passed all your classes, but you did not get what you needed to get as far as a solid foundation to be able to handle college level work. You have to have some test that shows you're college ready. So what happens to students that say, because the THEA is sort of like tax and EOC, reading, writing, and math is all, those scores are all that colleges look at. So let's say I did okay in my English class. So I did fine on my reading test, and I did fine on my writing test. But the test I couldn't pass was my math. I will never be able to take a college level math class until I test again, do tutoring, take a developmental class, because we start at college algebra or higher. So maybe I didn't learn what I needed to learn in Algebra 2. Maybe I didn't learn what I needed to learn in whatever math. So I'm going to have to take some developmental classes to get me, to help me catch up before I'm going to be able to take college level work. And the reason I'm telling you that is, I cannot emphasize this enough, that the harder you work in high school, the easier college is going to be for you. Does that kind of seem like a no-brainer? The harder you work, the more challenging classes you take in high school, the easier college is going to be. Why would that be? If I take classes that are considered, if I take, like you said a while ago, if I take pre-AP classes while I'm in high school or AP classes, why would that make college easier?
Because you won't have to take those classes again.
Okay, and why else? If you're taking a class that's considered tougher, why?
Because that's what you do in college.
Okay, yeah, you're getting a better foundation. And if you're taking an AP class, if you're taking anything that has advanced placement in it, your teacher, your high school teacher, is teaching you a college course. I know you have to take a test at the end to get the college credit, but your high school teacher, if you're taking AP, not pre-AP, you're taking AP, you're basically taking a college class in high school. And, you know, Miss Cornell right here, those colleges are going to look at, have you taken AP, have you taken dual credit, have you taken classes that are going to better prepare you for after high school. So that's just something that you consider. Because if I ask you this question right now, and I want you to think about it first, who's the hardest working student in this class? Point to that person. Point to whoever you think is the hardest working student in this class. The one that's sleeping back there? Okay. Okay, I'm just asking you because some of you automatically know. Okay, is whether or not you work hard a choice?
Yes.
Could you all make that choice to work harder?
Yes.
Okay, again, just something to think about. Okay, dual credit again. Credit for high school, credit for college. What do you think is the difference? If you went to, I want you to pop up a few slides here because I don't know how far it is. I know that right, it's just too scary. And I can say that because I have 3 daughters. All of them, keep going, all of them have taken college classes while they were in high school for dual credit. But my youngest daughter was like freaking out about it. Mom, it's going to be so hard. What if I don't pass? What if I don't know that teacher? You know, because when you go to a school and you feel comfortable, because where my daughters all graduated from a small high school, and they went to, and the college was close. So they went to the college campus and actually took the college class with high school graduates. You will have an opportunity for NCTC to send a college instructor, just like right here is your teacher. They will come to your high school and teach the class on the high school campus to you. You don't even have to leave home. It's at your school. You still have to apply, and if you look at that side on the dual credit, you know you have to apply to NCTC because some students think, well, but my counselor, it's on my high school schedule that I'm taking dual credit English class. Well, it may be on your high school schedule because she's expecting you to take a college class and it's going to replace your high school English or whatever class you're taking, but you still have to make an application to NCTC. NCTC still needs your transcript. I don't know what a transcript is? A transcript when you start 9th grade, or are some of you taking high school classes right now? Classes that you're going to get high school credit for? Anything that you're taking in 8th grade, or some students may be able to take them in 7th grade, anything that you're taking in junior high for high school credit is going to go on your high school transcript. And your high school transcript is simply a record of all the classes and your grades by semester. And that's what that document is, what's going to go to any college that you apply to. So anything that you've taken for high school credit, that college is going to get that record of your grades, because they're going to use that to determine or decide if they're going to allow you to enroll in their college or university.
So can you get done with high school early? Like,
Yes, I actually had a student last year. She graduated from college with an associate degree, and an associate degree is 2 years of college, basically 60 hours or more. It was more, I think it was 64 hours. She graduated from college, from NCTC, with an associate's degree before she walked across the stage to get her high school diploma. So yes, it's possible.